Dear friends, welcome to Know Thyself YouTube channel. Good morning. Hope you're all staying safe and keeping well. I sincerely thank all of you who have subscribed to this channel and follow the channel. If you find the contents of the videos uploaded in this channel useful, please subscribe to this channel and click the notification or the bell icon so that you can be notified when a video is uploaded. Kindly share the videos with others or on the internet. In the last 12 episodes of Know Your Mind segment, we have been talking about Jungian structure of the human psyche by analyzing its diverse components such as the ego, the persona, the shadow, and the Anima-Animus. In this episode, we speak about the ultimate component of the human psyche, the self, and the process of individuation that brings about wholeness to an individual human being. For Carl Jung, self is the ultimate archetype that represents the unified consciousness and unconsciousness of an individual. The ego and the persona, the public face of the ego, constitute the conscious sphere of the human psyche, while the shadow and the Anima-Animus make up the unconscious realm of the human psyche. Disharmony between these conscious and unconscious components of the human psyche could lead to psychological problems and would shatter your sense of the self. Being conscious of these conflicting elements, accommodating them into your conscious awareness, and resolving the conflicts by integrating and harmonizing them would give you the sense of the self. Concretely, it implies that, firstly, you tame and domesticate your persona from being inflated by making it resemble your ego it represents in the public and possess the ego qualities characteristic of your ego. Secondly, you become conscious of your unconscious shadow and all its repressed or suppressed contents and bring genuine integration of your shadow. And thirdly, you as a man learn to embrace the unconscious anima qualities, or as a woman learn to accept your unconscious animus qualities and integrate them into your character. When the harmonization and integration of both the conscious and unconscious components of your psyche happens, you are given the experience of the self, which is the foundation of all these conflicting elements of the human psyche. The self is the sum total of everything you are now, everything you once were, and everything you could potentially become. The self is the symbol of God within you and that which you are as a totality or a whole. The self is the origin of your impulse towards self-realization or self-actualization. It is the single point from which your personality matures as you grow older. The self holds all you are to become, just as a seed holds all potentials of a flower to be actualized in the future. It is the self that initiates the process of individuation, which is your search for wholeness within the human psyche. Finding wholeness within the psyche calls for reconciling many conflicting elements that exist within the psyche and those opposites experienced in the outside world. If the tension between the conflicting elements of the human psyche is born, then out of this clash, something new and creative can grow within your psyche. This new and creative something would help you to move in a new direction that gives justice to both the unconscious and the conscious realms of your psyche and would be the product of your conscious mind rather than the unconscious mind. Thus, the process of individuation would amount to circumambulation around the self as the center of personality. Process of individuation helps you to become conscious of yourself as a unique human being and as in par with any other human being. Let us briefly spell out different aspects of the individuation process. Firstly, the process of individuation calls for bringing a sense of harmony into your conscious realm, particularly by preventing your persona being inflated and seeing that your persona truly represents your ego and manifests your ego qualities in the public sphere. Secondly, individuation process involves bringing the unconscious and its repressed and suppressed contents to conscious awareness. You can use a number of methods such as working with the different archetypes, dream analysis, creative play, practice of mindfulness, meditation, visualization, imagination, and relaxation techniques to achieve the goal of bringing unconscious contents to the conscious awareness. Thirdly, individuation process implies that you face up to your shadow and free yourself from those parts of yourself you consider bad and unworthy. If you find the courage to look at your shadow and comes to terms with it consciously, you will find that it holds gifts and links to your personal power. Fourthly, individuation process calls for finding right balance, particularly by a man discovering his feminine or anima side and a woman learning about her masculine or animus side. The greater the anima-animus balance you find in your psyche, to that extent would the richness of the relationship you build with other people. Fifthly, individuation process implies acceptance of yourself and others. To achieve wholeness, you must not only learn to accept yourself, but also be open to accept other people. Accepting other people implies that you do not give a free rein to your ego, but see that your ego learns to respect the egos of others. Finally, process of individuation calls for embracing the spiritual experience of being human. Hence, you can let the spiritual path you believe in, whether Taoism, Buddhism, Hinduism, or Christianity, guide and direct your journey of individuation and achieving wholeness and self-actualization. The process of individuation begins from the potentials of childhood and moves towards an expansive journey of self-discovery, whereby you consciously and gradually integrate unconscious aspects of your personality, so that all the potentials of the self can be realized and actualized. The end purpose of human life is to experience the occurrence of wholeness of your personality that takes place when you bring everything hidden in the unconscious realm to your conscious awareness and fully integrate them with your conscious sphere. When this happens, you express your character to the fullest, which allows you to hold firm your individuality against the mass collective unconscious realm and the ever-changing conscious world. In the next episode, we will begin our analysis of the structure of the human psyche according to transaction analysis developed by Eric Berne. Thank you for watching this video. Stay blessed until we see you again with another video.